20. I just turned 20. And I have a 5-month-old daughter. So I wanted to make a quick video about my personal baby must-haves and things that like I never ended up using that I really thought I needed. For those of you who may be pregnant or having babies or who are just curious, I find a lot of hype in like baby stuff, like making our baby registry on Amazon. Like there's so much stuff people said like, oh, you need this and that and this, and like we ended up spending a lot of money on some things that we didn't need, and we definitely found some things that I probably couldn't have lived without during this new experience of having a baby. So yeah, I wanted to hop into it. So I breastfeed, first of all, so my biggest thing that I didn't bring with me is nursing pads. I never even thought about this before I like actually gave birth, but if you're breastfeeding, you're gonna need nursing pads, like especially for like that first 6 weeks or so where like you're just constantly leaking and that kind of thing. So nursing pads are my number one in the breastfeeding category, like 1,000 of them. Like unless you get, they have washable ones, but I only ever use the disposable ones, and like they come in boxes of like 100, the ones I use, and yeah, so tons of those. Switch them out every time they get full or like messy or whatever. They keep you clean and dry and prevent you from having to wash your bra so much. So number one is that if you are breastfeeding. And my second one for breastfeeding / C-section / just in general with a baby is a nursing pillow. So it's a pillow that looks like this, just like a C shape, but for breastfeeding it's really good, especially after a C-section, because you put it on like this and then your baby obviously just lays across it, and it's super duper handy, especially after a C-section, because it prevents like any pain on my incision or your incision. And yeah, just in general, even if you didn't have a C-section, like this is a really comfortable way to breastfeed, especially in the early weeks where like she was constantly on me. Like I could like eat, I could watch TV, I could go on my phone, I could read a book, anything with this. And now that she's older, we definitely use this thing to like sit her up in. Like we put it on like the bed or the floor like this, and like it supports her back now that she's learning how to sit. So nursing pillow is one of my absolute must-haves for C-section, breastfeeding, anything. Okay, another one that I never even considered important until having a baby was washcloths. And I know it sounds, sorry, my cat just knocked out my phone. I know it sounds stupid, like obviously I need washcloths, but they are so handy and important to me that I honestly think this is like one of my biggest, excuse my cats, one of my biggest suggestions. They're pretty expensive, which I would have never even considered or thought of, but I found a good deal at like a discounted store place for a pack of I think 24 for like 10 bucks. So they're just these little guys, they're not very big, but they all come in different colors and whatever. And we go through all 24 in like 4 days. Cause like if she spits up, or if I'm feeding her and she has milk on her mouth, or washing her hands and face after she takes her vitamin D supplement, washing her hands and face in general, anything. So washcloths, huge. I would put them in like your little diaper cart or next to your bed or the crib or the bassinet, wherever you have your baby. That's a big one for me, is a washcloth stash. Like buy like 1,000 of them because you go through them so fast. And then another one that I never would have considered for like newborn stage is teethers. A lot of people, where was I going with this? Oh, a lot of people don't consider that like teethers are actually important for like little babies too, like newborns, which I would have never even thought of. Like I thought they started teething at like 5 or 6 months, like her age right now, which she's been teething a lot. But she started teething at like 2 months old or something, which I didn't think was possible, but it turns out it's actually really common. So even though she didn't have like the motor function to be able to like hold it and put it in her mouth, they were still really handy to have because we just held them for her, and like they provided her a lot of relief, and like she likes like chewing on them, and it definitely helped her learn how to put them in her mouth. So we have quite a few. Like we have this little newbie one. It's like $3. It comes with a little case, which is really handy. So we've got like 2 of these, and then, which is funny enough, we have entire butter containers filled with them all around the house. You can see one behind me in our living room. we just have containers filled with them. So we have her pacifiers, which she doesn't use anymore. But like this little raccoon guy, we got on Amazon. She has this other little newbie mitt, which you put on their hand and they can chew it. So we have a bunch of teethers, and I would definitely recommend getting them earlier rather than later, because you never know when they're gonna start teething, and it's just good to have them on hand. And like I said, we have them everywhere throughout the house. We just keep them in containers, keep them clean. But yeah, super important, never would have considered it. Definite must have in the early stages. So those are the only ones that I brought with me. But some other big must-haves are obviously like a crib, car seat, tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of clothes. I know that people always say, oh, babies blow, or they poop on themselves, or they leak through the diaper, or they spit up. But no, it's like a thing. Like, it's a real thing that happens, and it happens a lot, especially in the newborn stage. So having lots and lots of backup clothes was really important for us. But my biggest tip, I don't know if it's just because we had a big baby, like Sophia, my daughter, came out at 9 pounds 9 ounces. So she was in the 100th percentile. She was super big at birth. She was 21 and a half inches long, but she skipped right past the newborn clothes. Like, we got gifted so many newborn clothes from like friends and family. We bought some newborn clothes. We bought a lot of newborn diapers, and she didn't fit any of them. So that was fun. We got to we got to store away 100 pieces of newborn clothes because everybody was so excited for us, and we got gifted them. So my biggest thing, even if your baby comes out like a normal size and would fit into the newborn clothes, I would suggest stocking up on clothes like size 3 to 6 months plus. Because newborn and 0 to 3 are really good, but like in personal experience, they grow so quick in those early stages that she flew right through all those. So we spent a lot of money on clothes that she never even ended up wearing because she grew out of them so fast. So I would say stock up on clothes, sizes that your baby does fit. But if you're pregnant and like you're looking at shopping, or you just want to stock up on a little wardrobe, then I would definitely say to stock up on bigger sizes. And like, just for an example, our daughter is like 100 percentile, like I said, like she's really big, but she's 5 months old and she's wearing 24-month clothing at 5 months old. And we've bought clothes in all the sizes. So that's how many clothes we've ended up storing that I never would have even considered being pregnant. So just keep that in mind, that you definitely want to buy some bigger clothes, but also have enough clothes handy that fit your baby in case they do spit up or poop or anything like that. Okay. So the baby items that I bought, or I bought into, or I thought I needed, that we haven't even touched, that everybody tells us, oh, you need it, like get it, make sure you have it. It was on our list, like top of the list on our registry, and we never even touched. We have a couple that I thought I would share. Not that they're useless and not that nobody ever uses them ever, but we definitely bought them and they turned out to be a major waste of money for us. So the biggest one that I don't think I'll find anybody that agrees with me on is a bassinet. We bought a bassinet. Sorry, there's a delivery man. I didn't think I was getting deliveries today. Okay, anyway, we bought a bassinet. It was like $150. It wasn't the best. Like, we really wanted like the Halo one, if you know what it is. It's got like a mesh around, like it's kind of see-through. It has like a little mobile, and I think it shakes or rocks or something. We wanted that one, but we couldn't afford it. We bought a $150 one. I'll see if I can put a little picture of it up here. But yeah, we used it for like a week to 2 weeks. Primarily because it said that the weight limits were for up to 15 pounds, and at 2 weeks old she was already like 13 pounds because she came out so big. But she just really didn't fit comfortably in it, first of all, and second of all, we just really didn't like it. Like, I couldn't see through it. I couldn't see her very easily. Like, laying in bed, I'd have to like peek up over it because it wasn't see-through. And yeah, it just really didn't have a lot of room, especially having a big baby. So we definitely didn't need to buy that because we put her right into a crib. Bonus was that we could fit her crib in our room because we are sharing a room with her until she turns 1. So if you can't fit a crib in your room, then obviously the bassinet is like, you gotta do it. But yeah, if you can fit a crib, my personal experience, jump right for the crib. Bassinet is useless. if you have a big baby. Second is changing table. We for sure thought that we needed a changing table because we were like, where else are we gonna change her? Like, whatever. We looked through like 6 different brands, 6 different kinds. We finally decided on one. We paid like $450 for it. It's beautiful, it's white, it's got like storage underneath. We bought the little insert, a little pink insert cover, so it looks all cute and it matched our room and her aesthetic of light pink. And we used it, I think, once. And she's 5 months old. Because it's in our room and it's definitely accessible. But by the time that she's pooped or peed or she just needs her diaper changed or we're in a hurry or anything, we just whip out one of the little waterproof changing mats, like the little liner things. It's just like a little cloth with one side being waterproof, and you can just lay it under them during a diaper change. We just changed her on our bed, and we've changed her on our bed on that liner every single diaper change since she was born. The liner, $16. The changing table, $450. Was it worth it? No. But it has turned into an amazing storage unit for us. We have stuff stacked on top of it in all the shelves, so it's definitely handy for the storage aspect, especially diapers and stuff. But yeah, so changing table, not a necessity if you can't afford it or don't have room for it. I just think it's more practical to change a baby on a bed or on the floor on a changing pad, and there's no risk of them falling off. Like on the bed, do it in the middle, obviously. And yeah, so bassinet, changing table, we didn't need to buy, spend a lot of money on. One little extra one that we didn't end up using or haven't yet is a wipe warmer, which I definitely thought was going to be like really important, but we spent like $50 on like this really good brand. We were super excited, but they're first of all a lot of maintenance. Like you got to change out the water and keep it on, and like it's kind of like a safety hazard because there's water being heated in it all day, so the electricity's running, and we haven't used it primarily because her wipes have never been cold. Like maybe it's just because we store them in our room and like it doesn't get cold in there, but yeah, by the time you would put wipes into it and use them and warm them up and keep water going, I would just say just open up the wipe pack and keep them somewhere that they're not going to get freezing and save $50. So those are my 3 big ones that like definitely I thought were really important and like absolute must-haves, but you can definitely live without them, and they are not as important as you would think. So that's it for my must-haves and things that I bought and never used. I don't think there's anything more. And yeah, so if you are having a baby, definitely focus on clothes and like where they're gonna be bedded. Oh, another little one that you could definitely add in are changing pad liners, like I said, and crib sheets, because you're gonna need a lot of crib sheets if you're skipping through the bassinet stage. Just a change, and a waterproof crib mattress protector. So yeah, that's all for this video. I just wanted to give a little my insight, especially with having a bigger baby and a C-section. Like I definitely have a more niche suggestion list than just like the standards, but yeah, so thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you want to stick around. I'm going to be having a lot of more videos posted, especially through December. And yeah, that's all for today. Thank you.